Okay, we're back. I'm just going to cover a couple other things I forgot to mention that somebody is going to ask about, I'm sure. Actually, it's already been asked, but it was a while back. Actually, I guess I need this again. When you're doing a multicolor, what we were talking about was somebody that wants multicolors. For some things, you might have a staging process where you're going to need to put 3 colors or 4 colors or maybe even just 1 or 2. But what you would do is you pick the colors first, and then once you decide, let's say since this is already 74 volts, uh, anything under 74 volts is not going to change it. So if we wanted blue, well, it's got some blue in it, and we can go up to maybe 80 volts, but it's going to change the whole thing blue. Or you only dip the parts you want blue. So, but you're limited now to the only colors that are available to you to make it a multicolor are going to be above 74 volts, unless you were to dip it in the etch and strip the color that's on there. Now, when you have something like a lower voltage color, then it's just the opposite, of course, because if you want to keep this blue color and you dip it, anything that dips and it's above the voltage that was used is going to change it. Anything under that is not. So, if you want that khaki color, you're going to have to either strip this now somewhere where you want that color, or just part of it where you want that color, or the whole thing, and start over at a different base color. Because that's what you're going to do first, is you're going to pick your base color, because one of the colors is going to have to be the overall theme of the clip or the piece or the earring or whatever it is that you're anodizing. For me, it would be a pocket clip or a pry bar. So, okay, so we've already dipped this. This one, I don't really like the color of it, so let's play with this one. We've already dipped this 24. Yeah, was it 24.5 or 25.5 volts is what it was in the last video. And now, if we want, we can go up and we can play with 28 volts. You can get a different color, even still, just that little bit of difference. And what we can do is we can balance this with 2 hooks or some other way, and you can just dip what you want, exactly what you want, and only what you want to turn color. And anything that dips in, that touches in the new charged water at the higher voltage, is going to turn color on the clip itself. And then you're going to end up with a 2-color clip. Now, it may not be so obvious to those of you that watch the blue, but let's try it. Okay, let's do it higher than that. Let's go 28 volts. Probably wasn't a very good choice, so let's go to let's take it up to 53 volts and see where we end up with. That ought to give us a green or something. There's my other hook. Give us a little balance here. Do a little balancing act. Dip that down in there. And there we have a lime green. It's the second time I've dropped that on that mat. Okay. And there we have 2 colors. It's got a little water smear on it. But now we can pick another color, but it has to be above 50 volts, but it can't be, you don't want it to get so that it gets into the blue, because you're going to lose that too if you're not careful. So, you can do any number of things hold it upside down, dip it a different way. Or you can also, when I made those rulers, I got that one that's anodized 5 different colors. And that's a lot of staging, a lot of different work to get to that level, because it took me many tries. Yeah, what I was doing was using a hand file and a Dremel, and I would sand out the areas that I didn't want the color that I now had, and when it sanded down to bare metal again, I'd go back in and I'd re-anodize, and it gets to be a lengthy process. Okay, and now we have a 3-color clip. That's just one way, real quick, that's off the top of my head. I mean, there wasn't really much planning there. And it just gives you a multi-stage clip. That one actually has a little rainbow blue in it. That kind of came out pretty cool. Just playing, like I said, it makes it totally unique. That's certainly more appealing than that puke blue that we got the first time. But anyway, that's some of the things that I forgot to mention in the last video. I don't want this one to get that long, because I don't want these to be real long videos that feel like you're doing something that takes you out of your day. And I just want you to be able to learn as much as you can in a short period of time. Stuff that wasn't out there for me when I was trying to figure it out, and there wasn't too many people to help, with anything. When I started doing it, I remember making my first anodizer and being so disappointed because there was just nobody to really instruct or teach, and it was tough. I remember discussing that with Bill Vining and a couple other guys when we were all in the learning stages of getting into that, and it was quite an experience, to get to where we are now. So we're happy to share it. I'm glad that I have a camera that I can share it with you, but take it for what it's worth. I'm not the safest in the world. I do know that. I'm probably asking for trouble, but I'm very careful where I put my hands, and I try to be grounded at all times. And ideally, you should. I do always wear my safety glasses, because the glasses that I wear are safety glasses, period. And so they're on me all the time. And I'm very cautious in many other ways, but when it comes to anodizing real quickly, especially with these lower voltages, I just do it. The gloves, I ran out of stock of the gloves a while back, and I never replaced them. But you probably should do it. You probably should take it serious, because it can be dangerous if you're reckless, and if you're one of those that is prone to accidents. Well, don't risk it. But I'm not real prone to accidents. Never had an issue, so I kind of just cautiously approach it and take care of it in a piece by piece basis, never getting in a hurry. But that's what I recommend you do, and thanks for watching.